A lot of exciting events are going on throughout the WJTS viewing area, and one of the things going on is in Huntingburg. Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Nick Stevens. Nick is the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate being on here today, and especially following after Mayor Spinner. It's great.
Yeah, this is the Huntingburg night,
That's
I guess.
right.
Well, let's talk about some things going on in Huntingburg this weekend. What's going on?
Well, we've got Old Fashioned Christmas, which is our lighted Christmas parade. It'll start about 6 o'clock on Saturday, and this is events just Saturday evening only. So spend the early part of the weekend with Old Tannenbaum Days in Jasper, then come on over and spend that Saturday evening with us. And we've got the lighted Christmas parade, which is always beautiful. We have Santa and Mrs. Claus and Betsy the old fire truck.
Yeah.
And the high school band will be marching through. And we go down to Salem Church, and then they have their night in Bethlehem. And that'll be going on in their big multipurpose room. And Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there handing out candy and checking on those Christmas lists for the little kids. So we're real excited about the opportunity. And the Huntingburg Kiwanis is providing that candy. Actually, I just left a meeting where they were finishing the bagging today.
Oh, really? So every kid that goes through gets a bag of candy, goodies?
Yep, bag of goodies.
Is there tangerine in there?
I don't know if they put
back
any
in the old days, you always got a tangerine.
Tangerine and apples. I remember those. Yeah.
Back in those days.
I think it was only candy this year, so we're gonna sugar them up this year.
Okay, yeah, and you know it's nice that your event is not competing with Old Tannenbaum Days.
Correct.
That really everybody always works together, and it's good to see communities working together. This is Jasper's Old Tannenbaum weekend, which is their big Christmas weekend, but later on in the evening, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday evening only, and like I said, we want people to come over and come to Jasper and spend the time in the stores downtown in Jasper. They are very great stores. There's great people. Nancy and everybody works so hard to make Old Tannenbaum Days happen. And I hate that this event always falls on this weekend, but I think it's one of those things that, you know, normally their activities are done at 5, so it gives the opportunity to come over around 6 for ours.
And 6 o'clock it's dark. Now,
and it's dark. Yeah.
This is a nighttime parade.
It is.
Right? That's kind of weird.
Nighttime parade, and it's candlelit. So I mean, we've had years in the past where some of the floats would have Christmas lights around them, and it's a cool thing to have. But really, it's just about the small ambiance of having this Santa and Mrs. Claus and the band performing, and a couple little floats that are lit up. The coolest part is when everybody falls in behind the parade, holding that candle, walking their way up to Salem Church.
Okay, so this is kind of different all the way around.
It is very different than most parades.
So the parade starts
at the city office,
okay,
right there at 508 East 4th Street,
okay,
and works its way down 2 blocks just to Salem Church.
So as the parade is going down, everybody kind of follows in behind it.
Correct.
Okay, and then ends up at the church.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's
So
kind of neat.
It's a neat thing. I mean, it's different. I mean, every year that I've been here, it wasn't what I expected it to be when I came, but I've been so excited to do it each year. Last year it snowed and we had to cancel, which really stunk. But the weather forecast looks like it might be a little wet, but it's not going to be the snow wet. It's going to be a little, maybe a chance of rain on Saturday. But really, I mean, the opportunity as a community, it's more of a community event. It's not this big thing where it's not like the Macy's Day Parade where everybody comes out for. But really, it's about that opportunity to do that, and then go to Salem Church, and that night in Bethlehem is like their Bethlehem marketplace. So it's an opportunity for kids to go in and experience how Bethlehem was upon the time of Jesus' birth.
Now you mentioned candles. Does everybody get a candle? You bring your own candle?
Most people get their own candle. We hand those out. I don't know if we've got thousands of them, but we've got a few hundred of them that we give it. So not everybody may not get one.
So you can bring your own candle.
You can bring your own candle.
You can bring one of those that's got one of those little fake lights in it.
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a candle, and that way you don't have to worry about the wax burning you.
And that's one of the things I always think of. So that's a lot. It doesn't go out, and you're not going to get burnt. So it'd be really cool.
Okay, and so there's no entry, no registration. You just kind of fall in behind.
That's right. And if there's anybody who's interested in participating as a float, please call the chamber at 812-683-5699 and let us know. But outside of that, it's just a simple little event that's just kind of continuing that celebration of the holiday season.
Okay, right down 4th Street.
Right down 4th Street. So you can, beautiful spot.
Now there's other things that go on in Huntingburg as well throughout the Christmas season.
That's right. You know, we kicked off the Christmas season in Du Bois County with the Christmas stroll, which I think was a great weekend. The weather was perfect. people were buying and shopping and spending a lot of time downtown. Throughout the rest of the season, a lot of the stores will continue to be open on Sundays, some with extended hours through the week. That's a case-by-case basis on the stores, but Huntingburg is just decorated, and it's just a great place to just go through. I mean, if you've got a Saturday evening or a Friday evening or whatever, just an evening, strolling down 4th Street, whether you're shopping or you just want to help get yourself in that spirit, it's a perfect spot.
Now, I know a lot of the churches will have special services,
yeah,
live nativities.
Yeah, there's a lot of live nativities. You know, again, Night in Bethlehem with Salem, but like Central Christian Church is going to do Dickens with a Twist, and it's just a twist on the Christmas Carol, and gives it more of the Christian base, and that's going to go on December 13th and 14th, that Saturday and Sunday. So I may have the times wrong, but the date wrong. But it starts, doors open at 6, and the performance is at 6:30. So it's really kind of cool. And there's a lot of other, obviously, the Christmas Eve services that all the churches have. It's just one of those great things, and it's great to live in a community like Huntingburg and Du Bois County that really looks at the importance of the holiday. It's not, yes, the commercial and some of the we focus on, but it is about the opportunity to spend time with family and friends and continue that Christmas spirit.
And kind of aside from Christmas spirit, we're also moving into basketball.
Yeah,
you know, and so there's that community feel too of all the basketball games.
That's
of
right.
course, in Huntingburg, Southridge Raiders.
Yeah, Southridge Raiders are. You know, it looks like it's going to be a great year with Coach O'Brien. Opportunities there. We're going to have the holiday tournament this year at Southridge. I mean, that's great to have that. I mean, you look at bringing those events, and it's great to bring those teams in. It's great to bring those fans in because that's dollars into our community. But more importantly, what a great opportunity to get to showcase some of our local high school talent.
Well, the holiday tourney is a lot like when I was in high school, that was always the big highlight over the weekend was the holiday tourney. It had all the local teams in it.
That's right, and that's how up home, for me, up in Gas City in Grant County, we had the Grant 4 each year, where all the schools other than Marion, who was always the big school, performed, and you know, they have girls like the week before Christmas or leading up, and then that week break between Christmas and New Year's, the boys tournament would be, and we'd have a great time going to that each year, and they spread it around to all the schools, so it was almost like a mini sectional, the old sectional series. So it was great, and I hopefully get that same type of feel with this holiday tourney.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Really,
the excitement of Huntingburg.
Great. It's just a great opportunity. Again, the stellar designation and the things that brings for us, the potential for Huntingburg and how we're going to see Huntingburg grow and prosper in the next 4 years and beyond. It's just amazing. And you know, we've had a great year. The Chamber's had a good year. Huntingburg's had a good year. You know, it's just a great place to be able to call home.
All right, well, we look forward to having you back again, Nick Stevens.
Looking forward.
All right, our guest has been Nick Stevens. He's the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. We thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.